everybody, and welcome back to the Ultimate Fashion History's 20th Century Style Icon series. This time around, a personal favourite of mine, Robert Mitchum. And I was inspired to do Bob Mitchum this week because summer is finally here. And for me, summer does not officially start until I am on the beach listening to Robert Mitchum's 1957 Calypso album, Calypso is Like So. The only other person, I think, who feels the same way about this album and respects that summer does not officially begin until you are on the beach with a cocktail listening to Robert Mitchum is BFF and fashion history teacher, E. So, E, this one is for you, and I can't wait for you to come up so we can have our first beach day. Robert Mitchum first appeared in the 1940s on film, but his career lasted for decades because he was very talented and very versatile. I think most people associate Bob Mitchum with film noir. I know I do. Movies like Out of the Past, Crossfire, Thunder Road, and of course he was in River of No Return with Marilyn Monroe. But he was versatile. One of my favorite Robert Mitchum movies is Heaven Knows Mr. Allison with Deborah Kerr. And he also played a really charming male lead in Holiday Affair, a Christmas movie with Janet Leigh. But he never really saw himself as matinee idol material, which is why he accepted a lot of roles that male leads of the era would actually reject, and character actors would pick them up. Movies like Cape Fear, where he plays, of course, the psychopathic baddie, the kind of role that would normally only be accepted by people like, I don't know, Peter Lorre or Edward G. Robinson. But Robert Mitchum was always kind of embarrassed about being a movie star, so he took these roles and played them to terrifying effect, none more so than as the psychopathic preacher in The Night of the Hunter. You remember that role where he has love and hate tattooed on his fingers. Absolutely terrifying, but compelling. But these sort of roles really suited him because he was one of the original bad boys arrested for possession of marijuana, although I'm sure they called it reefer back then. He actually served time. He served a month in jail. And of course, in true golden age of Hollywood style, Life magazine did a whole photo shoot on Robert Mitchum in jail. And there he is. And although he wasn't traditionally handsome, he had this sort of incredible face, an incredible elan about him. And women loved him because I think his whole shtick was that, oh, the bad boy on the outside, but on the inside, this sensitive heart of gold. But in Robert Mitchum's case, this was actually quite true. He enjoyed writing poetry. He wrote plays. He was a very talented musician. He was extremely musical, and by all accounts, he was an absolute sweetheart. But we're here to talk about Robert Mitchum's inclusion as a 20th century style icon. I've concluded that Robert Mitchum was the first guy to do a particular thing and work it as his trademark. Okay, in the golden age of Hollywood, all leading men had their angle, right? Cary Grant did suave. Humphrey Bogart did cynical and sardonic. Glenn Ford did boyish. John Wayne did 100% macho. Henry Fonda, sensitive. And of course, Jimmy Stewart was the affable everyman. So, what did Robert Mitchum trademark as his shtick? He did cool. He really was the first to do cool. In the way he dressed, in the way he talked, in his attitude, in his deportment, everything about him screamed cool, and he was really the first to do it. And this translated into kind of a trademark way of dressing, the high-waisted pleated pants, the bomber jacket, and so many of our sartorial signifiers of male cool really did start with Robert Mitchum. Before there was Brando, there was Mitchum. Before there was Jimmy Dean, there was Robert Mitchum. Before there was Steve McQueen, There was Robert Mitchum. Before Johnny Depp did the whole messy hair falling into the eyes, there was Robert Mitchum. And long before Matthew McConaughey made it a trademark of his to walk around without a shirt on, Robert Mitchum walked around without a shirt on. And although he is removing a tie in this gif, in real life he seldom wore ties, which was a statement unto itself, wasn't it? In the 1940s and 1950s, he preferred T-shirts with sweaters. He was one of the first to do the low-buttoned shirt. Sometimes no shirt at all beneath the jacket. And with his tousled hair falling in his eyes, he really was the first to do celluloid bad boy cool. And nothing is cooler than the cover of Calypso Is Like So. Robert Mitchum in a pseudo-Caribbean setting, looking a little bit cynical with his cigarette, his rum, and his low-cut shirt. Wow. So, yup, when it comes to male bad boy cool, Robert Mitchum was the OG. And although so much has been written about him as the marvelous actor that he was, and he really was a fantastic actor, not enough has been said about his inclusion as a 20th century style icon. So I hope this little video has helped set the record straight, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed putting it together, especially those pictures of Robert Mitchum without his shirt on. You can contact me through my website, amandahalley.com. Join our Facebook group. We always have loads of fun over there. I'm back every week with more episodes on the UFH, so just click the little circle to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching and have a wonderful summer. I'll be back next week.